Hello, hello, hello. How are we today? Time for some Seeker Saturday, Horizon Forbidden West. Play every Saturday at noon, Horizon Forbidden West, or a Horizon game. Right now I am playing the remaster in the evenings, so I know it's probably a little weird, but I just wanted to. So there we are. Still getting everything up. I'll start shortly. I am also here every night at 7:15 Mountain Standard Time, playing a game at a time. Don't think I'm going to finish up Crimes. I'm working on Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster in the evenings instead. Kind of just wasn't feeling Grime. Like, I saw someone playing through the rest of it, and I just kind of was over it, honestly. There's just not a lot of a story, and that's what really draws me to the game. So. Alright, I'll be starting shortly. Hey, hey. There was no point to any of that. I don't need the meat or anything. I just kind of felt like killing stuff. Just, you know, practicing my aim or whatever.
Shut it, would you? Thunderjaws are formidable opponents, Outlander. You have our respect. I was devastated to hear of Arceo's fate. His tale of sacrifice will be told for generations to come. Well, may you steer us true, living ancestor.
An inspiring victory!
No doubt. No doubt. Your arrival is a boon to our mission, ancestor.
Patrol went well, I take it.
Sure.
Ancestor!
My fellow scouts found ancient ruins west of here. They claim to have seen a relic of the ancestors inside, but couldn't find a way to retrieve it. Perhaps a living ancestor could discover a way where others could not.
Maybe. If I find myself in the area.
Ancestor?
Maybe ancestors.
Stomach-lined is a muscle.
A machine that big? She took it down on her own? That's... yeah.
My noodle is ready to serve.
Going to eat now. If we overdo, I'm sure he'll be disparaging.
The Overseer has placed his trust in you, and so shall I.
Please, could you spare a moment?
It's just like once I go back up to Gaia, then Beta's gonna disappear. But it's what we gotta do. Let's go find Alva at the base and advance everything. But we're not doing Gemini today.
The old ones fed off livestock a little too much for my liking.
Some of them ate more like the Utaru. Called themselves vegetarians.
From what I'm reading, all the old ones wanted to eat was this stuff called chocolate.
There she is. I hear you found Thebes. How was it?
Maniacs, lava, what's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then.
You look tired?
Ha! You're never one to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Errand. Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
I see you've got strike set up. Think you could teach me?
I would, but I can barely make sense of it myself. Be better off learning from Salma and Chainscrape. She can be pretty passionate about it, but she knows strike as well as any Tanakh.
Guess I'll have to make some time to visit her when I can. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
Place looks nice with some green in it.
And dirt. Don't forget all that dirt we had to bring in.
If we're going to go around trying to protect life, we should have more of it around.
I think it looks nice. How can everything taste like chicken?
Where have I seen this before?
So, we're fighting immortals from the stars now?
Looks like it.
What's next? Wizards from the moon?
There it is.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
Did Alva make it here all right?
Our new Quen friend. The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once. It's, a lot greener in here, isn't it?
Yeah, Zoe's been bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew.
Well, it's nice. It livens up the place. Once Gaia is back up and running...
What? Don't forget.
I should go get this to Gaia.
Of course. Let us know when we're needed.
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alva. Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
You should really try the bubble bath, though.
The Zenith did a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are immortals. Old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire. If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames, they release come from the very center of the earth. Like a heart, beating with the life of the world. As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely of places. Of course, Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
I need to get going.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
We just need to find the right strategy.
Forget it. The man is unbeatable at machine strike.
His people invented the game. What did you expect?
Kotalo can't win every time. Try to be optimistic.
Try to be realistic. We're terrible.
Let's see.
Well, now I know where metal flowers come from. A last-ditch effort to stop the Pharaoh plague. Demeter must have started distributing them after it took refuge in the greenhouse. Is this a piece from the bulwark? Kotalo must have brought this with him as a trophy. I may have fired the cannon, but he really put Dakota in his place. One of Studious Fuadis's many schools. There's a pain getting him to Barren Light. Still, he didn't deserve to be run down by Regola's riders.
Matriarchs would cry if they read this about the old ones.
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
Were you able to finish the new arm Gaia was helping you with?
Indeed. I was hoping we could discuss it, if you have a moment.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone. Not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
It sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. The ancestors, is that what your people call the Old Ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the Old Ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any Old One who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CEO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself.
He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named Sio, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principal diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, At least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how Diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the Overseers would actually let us study.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A Diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, Diviners can only share data with the permission from the Overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise. Back again.
I better get going.
Let me know if you need me.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Beta, come out! Beta, where are you? Beta, no!
Looks like some kind of maintenance space.
I'll maintain your space.
I wonder where this leads.
We'll find out some other time.
So they carved them. Pumpkins.
I don't want to start up Gemini. What time is it? I know we haven't done a quest today. But I almost feel like just catching up all that dialogue was like a quest worth of stuff, because I've played for about 45 minutes now. Kind of feel like just leaving it there, having that be this week's Seeker Saturday, even though we didn't do a quest. Maybe I'll go do one I'll do one salvage. That's what I'll do.
Wings holding up?
I see you, champion. Sit, please. Heard the lowlanders have been fighting rebels by the coast, west of the grove. If you're still helping the chief handle those scabs, you might want to talk to Kragella at Tide's Reach.
If I make it out there, I'll see what I can do.
You should have missed this.
I was wondering about that one.
Always a smart choice.
Favorite thing about this game? I don't know, man. It's pretty. The music's nice, the visuals are nice, the combat's fun. I just really like Aloy's story. I see a lot of myself in it. I like that it's in the American West. It is like home for me, you know? Just like a lot of details in a lot of areas, you know? The sound's great, the soundtrack's great. The colors are so vibrant. It's kind of crazy to think this is where just burned down. Like, this right here is Silmar. This water tower and the LA aqueduct. This is the roughly the, you know, ish close to where the Palisades fire was, I think. And like Silmar is the northernmost, it's the outskirts of LA. And we go down to the burning shores. And it's the burning shores. That's something to think about. It's a little different right now. Soccer guns remind me of the weird little alien head in War of the Worlds. You know when the probe likes chasing them through that room? There's a third one of yes. Oh, hi, buddy. No more sneaky cat.
Now's my chance.
No damage taken. Boo. I used to be better at that. What happened to me?
Acid won't do much here. This is the only mine launcher in the area.
Over here, Huntress! So, red hair? Kills machines like I down ale? I'd say luck just brought us the savior of Meridian.
Just, Aloy. You mind telling me why you're hunting stalkers in the middle of Tenak's territory?
Oh, not hunting. Salvaging. I can explain. Later. The stalkers we killed aren't the only ones around. This jungle's crawling with them. They're nasty. And they don't give up. We thought we could use their mines to secure the camp. But we have nowhere near enough. You're a hunter. You could get rid of the stalkers and get me their mine launchers at the same time. I'll make sure you get payment for it. Hastily written, but this contract has everything you need to know on it.
Got it.
I wish Warren were here.
Never a dull day out here anymore.
Huntress. You need parts? I got them. You want to sell? I'll take them.
Why don't I never ever use frickin' smoke bombs? I could get so much money if I sold everything I had. Like, look at that. So much money. Do, 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 do. What a ripoff.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Scratches? Should be fine.
Oh, why'd I waste a freaking fast travel pack? Forgot. Not in Zero Dawn.
Over here!
Get her!
Hi there, buddies. Such a satisfying noise. Alright, that's one of you down. You're next. I just want the melon crushing noise. Like that. How are you still alive? No, melon noise. Rude. You brought this on yourself. Rude, 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 rude.
Quick moving, someone!
Rude.
Another one!
Can't with my stamina this low.
Stop her! Now! Shoot the Outlander!
Rude. Rude, rude, rude. There you are. Rude. I just want the sweet, sweet sound of an arrow going into your skull. Why is that so much to ask?
She's only human!
Same to you, buddy. Boo, making me waste my stuff. I didn't try to ambush you, I fast traveled. The game really shouldn't just let you pop right into places where there really are supposed to only be enemies during a specific quest, is what it is. This could have been avoided for all of our sake. That noise right there. Squishity squish. Where's my stats? How's my headshots doing? That's a pretty good ratio right there. Like, look at that. I mostly play on ultra hard, so, you know, it's a good feeling. Does this say how many Horuses I've killed? No. Poor shellwalkers. And Trevor Tusks.
be extra stock for later. The stalkers that also wanted me to get rid of. They should be nearby. Gotta make sure I shoot off those mine launchers before taking them down. The mine launcher. I need to find one more. Machine can't move. I could grapple in for a big hit. Mine launcher. I have enough mine launchers to set up a perimeter back at that Osira camp. I should take these back as soon as I can. Mine launcher. I shot off a mine launcher.
Alright, back we go. Woohoo.
Javert.
Never a dull day out here. But I'm gonna be hurting tomorrow.
Did you get the mine launchers we talked about, Hunter?
I got the mine launchers, and those stalkers shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Thanks. You should help us defend our camp. Here's your payment. I'm Denur, by the way. Sorry if I was a bit short before.
You had a lot on your plate. So you're salvagers. Are you part of Karif's crew?
Yes, actually.
And you're getting parts to forge him some armor out here?
Our leader, Warren, was obsessed with the Forbidden West. Collected every story he could find about it. And he was convinced that what he needed to make the armor is in this jungle.
He wasn't worried about the Tanakh? Or machines?
He thought we could stay out of their way. But a few days ago, we ran into a Thunderjaw. Warren managed to lure it away from the camp, but we haven't seen him since. Now he's gone, and we don't even have the plans for his armor. They're in his trunk, and it's locked. Maybe you could track him down. Even if all you can find is his remains, the key to the trunk should be on him.
I can look into it. You just take care of your people right now.
Will do. Here. All you need to know is in this contract.
Alrighty, that's it for today.
Man stepped up when no one else did.
So that's where I'm going to sign off. I play Horizon Forbidden West every Saturday at noon. Do like a quest a week-ish. And then I work on a game at a time every night at 7:15 Mountain Standard Time. It's about 1:10 right now, from 15-ish for reference. I'll be back on in about 6 hours playing Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Working on collecting all the metal flowers every night, 7:15, 45 minutes to an hour at least, and then every Saturday at noon I do like a quest in Forbidden West. Feel free to hit like if you enjoyed watching, subscribe if you want to keep watching, no pressure to do either, I'm just here for fun. Just here for fun, want you to be as well, but the love is definitely appreciated. Hope you'll have a good rest of your Saturday, and I will catch you next time. Bye.